I'm recording here.
Fire away.
Are you recording?
Yes, I am.
Alright. Alright, you guys start whenever you're ready.
Okay. Ready? Yo, Sicilian today. I'll try this.
You want to play again? No, I mean we can play here. Yeah. Okay. Put the bag in the floor. It's yours. It's his. This your drink? This your drink? You don't be afraid to talk in your game.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Rex, by the way.
Rex, my name is Tyler. Nice to meet you. Looking at the engines, Amari. On day one.
I was looking for a lot of screen.
You can. We believe in talking.
You know his name?
Omari. His name's Omari.
Introduce yourself.
You want me? What do you time do you want?
Right.
You want 1 minute? I wouldn't do that. Him in the clock, I'll set for you. I'd say no way.
1 minute. I thought I was.
Omari, you gotta play just play dumb moves for a minute and make him flag. He's about to know. Okay. It's 1 plus 3 to give you guys a chance. All right. You're white. Yeah, then you.
They gotta play this
All right.
stupid opening. Dear Cecile.
You gotta talk up a little bit for the microphone so you hear you guys. You know what? Let me come back.
Can I say it too? I get all of them. Right? Then I can go like this. Is that right?
Nuts. I don't know.
When the check became castle. Got it. Okay, now. Oh. Oh, then I didn't take it. Okay, then they got me. Like, castle kings, so I just have to get these two. And I can get that. Any other tricky rules? Okay. So if you're
Oh, I'm gonna run out of time. I keep forgetting we're playing blitz here.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah.
But I can move this real castle.
Yeah.
Okay, you just, whatever. Yeah, whatever one you want to castle.
Just win a piece here, win a piece there.
Give me another lesson. I just. Two.
Oh.
I guess.
Finally get to play d5, but I don't think I'm doing so hot here still. I don't know.
Well, I'm greedy, so I'm gonna
Can you do this?
keep chopping away a little bit.
How can you do this? What am I missing here?
Oh, well, maybe.
Am I missing something?
No, you really don't. I hope.
Okay, so I'm gonna just copy you, so you do your.
I think I just dropped a piece.
Is it teaching? Not just a teaching. Okay, so I'm just going to.
Alright, let's maybe
So then you get your mission.
like a little wall here.
The game? It's just, you want to keep going or just call it? It's up to you. Let's do that again. Hey.
There you go.
Oh,
I like to go second. That way I can kind of see what they're doing. And my strength is counter attack. That's why I like playing him because he doesn't give in until he's ready. Like I gotta get better than that. In time too, I don't ever really take time. It's just like 10 minutes online. This is different. So this one, let's just do nothing. You can be any color you want to. What do you want to do? I'll switch. We can turn it or we can switch places. What do you want to do? Turn it? There's where you want. I'm calling you.
So you have a place to.
Got it.
This is not good.
I have to do another piece.
Is this a live stream or a regular stream?
It's just a video.
Video. Okay. A little bit harder to purchase. There you go. Yeah, a little bit. Good. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta go back. I thought you wouldn't take.
oh wait a second. No. Oh, very nice. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. I really don't know.
What is this from?
Did I just make a mistake? I think I did.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, and well played, well played. Yeah, I think if I don't know.
First round goes.
Okay.
Welcome to ChessMates OKC's first video analysis of one of our games. All right, let's dig in. This was Jake versus Justin. And when Justin is playing a game, you can guarantee it's going to be a crazy position. This game was no exception, and the analysis as well broke my chess understanding brain. Let's get into it. Here was our first position. And in this position, Jake plays what I would consider to be a very natural developing move, knight f6. But was there something better? Stockfish says to keep the game even where it is now, you have to play d6. And d6 allows for black to gain mobility with his pieces, and also prevents any ideas of white playing e5 in the position to attack a knight that might land on f6 later. So after knight f6 was played, Justin followed it up with a very developing move, a very sort of standard chess idea of bishop g5, attacking the knight, pinning the knight to the queen. But notice that his advantage went away. It evaporated. Did Stockfish have a better idea? Stockfish does have a better idea. Stockfish says the way to keep the advantage here is to play e5. And what you're doing is you're attacking the knight, and the knight has nowhere to go except back. All of these spaces that the knight can inhabit are all open to the knight being captured. And so the only place for black's knight to rest is back on g8, which loses tempo in the game. All right, so after bishop g5, black plays bishop e7 to defend. And this is a mistake. Stockfish says instead of this, in this position, just play d6. This d6 is an important move because it prevents white from being able to play for e5, attacking the knight on f6. And again, allows mobility for black's trapped light square bishop. So next, having this huge advantage, white takes advantage of the pin with e5. And the knight, Jake played a sneaky move here, knight g8, protecting the bishop, asking Justin, now that he's committed to the attack, what does he want to do? And Stockfish here says, don't get aggressive, just capture the piece that you've been given. Justin, however, goes for f6 and takes away his own advantage. In this position, Stockfish says that you can recapture with the g-pawn and everything is fine. What we see is g takes, g takes, e takes, bishop takes, and knight takes. And this is what really broke my brain of chess understanding, because here, if I threw this position on a board in a club event, I would say black is better. Black is doing fine. Black has a nice central pawn structure. Black can play for breaks if he wants to at any time. The only real problems in black's position, from my perspective, in a vacuum, is that the castling will be very awkward. The king is in the middle of the board, and the light square bishop is cemented on the back rank. But white has problems as well. White has no pawn center, and white's king would seem to be open to attacks if black can ever take advantage of this gaping hole in white's position. White's kingside pieces are also on the back rank, and castling will be a laborious task as well. But Stockfish says that the immobility of black's pieces gives white a considerable 1.4 advantage here. And so Justin chases with the queen to f3. And I did not like this move because it blocks the knight from getting into the game towards the center of the board. And you're not really attacking anything off the bat because black's queen is protecting the knight on f6. However, one thing that you do gain with the queen on f3 is you keep an eye on this pawn, which is protecting the rook, and the bishop will forever be tied to the defense of this pawn for as long as the queen is on f3. And it was in this position that Justin says in the video, I think I played a stupid opening to your Sicilian, when in reality he is up plus 1.4. That is how strange chess is. In the next position that we find, the knight goes back to g8, queen g7 to attack this lowly pawn, the lonely pawn here. Was there a better move? Stockfish says absolutely. Here, develop your pieces. Was there a better move here? This is a shocker. Stockfish says knight h3 or knight f3 are perfectly fine. Knight h3 with the idea of coming to knight g5, going after the pawn, taking advantage of the trapped rook. Or immediately going for the f7 pawn with the idea of capturing the rook if it's captured back and bringing the other rook into the game, completely opening up black's kingside defense / fortress. Next position, we get to here, queen e4. Was there a better move after rook b8? Justin, I think, got a little scared of this pawn storm happening on the queen side toward his a little bit undefended king, thinking that the bishop could harass the queen, go after this pawn, pick up a rook, or perhaps on a good day this queen come into the game at some point with ideas of this towards white's king. However, and so because of this, he plays pawn takes, and this is where he begins to give away that built majority that he has worked so hard to achieve, because black can just consolidate and keep the same attack alive on the queen side. The better move here, according to Stockfish, let me give you a couple of seconds to find it. If you said just develop, then you win a prize. Stockfish wants you to develop your pieces here and bring this knight into the center of the board, where it will have a home for probably the rest of the game. That did not happen, and so we get to this position where we get to the point of the game where Justin takes this pawn. This was obviously a blunder. I think this was a blunder because he mixed up where the king and the queen were on the board. Time was beginning to run down, and so I think that he mixed up that position. Instead, Stockfish says, if you want the free pawn, just move your queen to double up on it. Because there's no dark square bishop, this pawn will always be a weakness. All right, and then we move to later in the game, where Jake is confronted with this position. Jake is completely winning here. Justin plays this attacking move, attacking the knight. So time is severely limited here, and Jake responds automatically with knight h4 and goes from completely winning at -7 point something to plus 13.8 in favor of white. Was there a better move? There was indeed. If you saw it, congratulations. It is queen takes h2 for check. White's game just falls apart. All right, we go a couple of moves later from this position where Jake allows Justin to get a check. And in this position, time is extremely limited, and Jake plays king f8. Was there a better move? This leads to mate m1 on the spot. The better move here, Stockfish gives, is to sack the queen. And I think in a blitz game, you're hoping that that your opponent will try for a tactic, for example, something like this, to pick up the queen, in hopes that you'll take. But this, as you can see, is completely losing for white. But in a blitz game with seconds on the clock, you hope that that you can get something like this. However, the better way to go about this is just to take. Force the king to recapture, take, force the king to go anywhere, and pick up the rook. And here you have mate m15. All right, that was the game. Thank you so much for enjoying this game with us today. We will see you in the next one.